The devil is everywhere, and you already sold your soul to the devil. And what I mean by that is that, well, first of all, the devil, we all know that he doesn't want you to succeed, in life, in whatever you do. It's like that. It's like where you have, the angel and the devil, right beside you, and the devil's telling you, you to do all these bad things, and these bad things, these bad choices, and the devil just doesn't want you to succeed. And that's why there's so many bad things going on. That's why you feel purposeless, where you go day by day, and you feel like you're just wasting time. You're wasting time, and you feel like you could be using this time more productively, but you just don't know, like, how to tap into that potential, where you just don't know what to do. You're stuck, just living day by day, and that's why the devil pulls you away from God, and not just that, but also pulls you away from your purpose, and from being holy, from being yourself, from being kind to people, from your purpose, where he pulls you from your purpose, and you just feel purposeless, and he pulls you away from God, where you you feel that connection, like it's distant. You want to get closer to God, but it's just hard. That's the devil, pulling you away from him, and just pulling you away from all these things. And not just that, but also your energy, where he pulls your energy away, and he instead, no, he's I fucked that up, but he's tempting you to use your energy to do other things, like like doom scroll, staying up all night, just watching TikTok, doing all those bad stuff, watching porn, eating the junk food, just doing all those bad stuff. And that's why this modern world is cooked, because of the devil. That's why when you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok, you see thirst traps everywhere, where of girls, you can see their biddies, all that stuff. And that's why also on top, that's why you see why cheating is glamorized, where like men and women, flex that they're cheating on their partners. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, that doesn't make sense. That's why everyone just has a fucked up mental health. Like, that's why everyone has fucked up mental health. And that's why this world's not holy. That's why everything has just been chaos. You see, like, you just wonder to yourself, like, what what happened to this world? Where, like, before, everyone was so kind to everyone, but now, like, it's just like everything's fucked up. Like, men, women, just in general, people, like, everyone, like, just fucked up. And the reason why is that because we've just been chasing pleasure, where we want the fast things, where we choose pleasure over pain. We choose the easy thing right now over the hard thing. And since we chose that, we also choose to not work as hard in our goals, our studies, going to the gym, all this stuff. And we just chase instant gratification things, where we get that fast dopamine, like eating junk food, watching porn, doom scrolling, staying up all night, just all the bad habits. And you're just chasing pleasure, and you don't take the time to get to know yourself, like, know who you are. You don't get to, since you've been chasing pleasure, you don't get to take the time. You don't take the time to get to know yourself, and just sit there with nothing, just you, your thoughts, and just think to yourself, well, like, what is my purpose? What what am I meant to do? Why has God put me in this earth? you and on top, all that stuff, you don't take the hard path. And you don't delay instant gratification. And that's why you find everything boring because you fucked up your dopamine receptors where you've been so consumed in the media, social media, all this stuff where your baseline is all so fucking low, bro. Like before it was like up here, since watching all that stuff, it just spiked down, which just makes it feel like, everything's boring nowadays where you don't get joy out of doing anything. And that's why that's what the devil has done to us where he just doesn't want us to succeed. That's why I spelled that wrong. Holy shit. He just doesn't want us to succeed. And what you have to do is just be more aware of your energy, how you spend your time throughout the day, not doing all these bad things. Focus on improving your life. Focus on the good. Focus on overall just being a better person, being a better person for you, for the people around you, all that stuff. And just doing this, it's not going to be easy because the devil has made you, addicted to these habits, all these bad habits. Like, it's not going to be easy to let go of these habits because you've been doing them for years. But the thing is, you just got to keep going. You just got to believe in yourself where, you can do it. You just got to believe in yourself, believe. Just got to have a positive mindset, even if you fail. So, well, just got to get back up, just push through it. Don't downplay yourself. Don't make yourself feel bad. Just positive mindset. And yeah, that's why the devil's everywhere, where he's just constantly right next to you, telling you like, oh, like eating that junk food, like drinking that soda, it's not gonna make a big difference. But you've seen the damage that it has done. Maybe it's porn where you know you've been watching it for so much years that now it's hard to talk to girls. It's hard to just make eye contact with them. It's hard because you've been doing all these bad habits, and since you've been choosing pain, pleasure right now, you're gonna get the pain later, which is when you're watching porn right now, the pain is gonna be where you just been, it's gonna be harder for you like to find a girlfriend, find your future wife, all this stuff. And that's why you just gotta overall delay instant gratification where right now it's pain where where you feel pain just like working out where you feel the pain right now, but the pleasure later on, you feel more stronger, you can see your abs more, you feel much more bigger, all this stuff. And yeah, you just gotta be more aware of your energy.